Hello, this video is about installing the web application on a local host server, which is EMONCMS. So, this is a website of EMONCMS. User can have option using EMONCMS, which is host on their server, but by going to emoncms.org and register for a free account, but for limitation. But in this video I will be showing you how to host your own website, which is EMONCMS, on your own web hosting service. And actually the good thing about EMONCMS, it provides an open source code that anybody can use it for free, just downloading a source code for this website. So we will be using a local server or virtual server for this practice purpose. So if you have an online hosting web service, this tutorial is also applicable. First, we need to download the XAMPP. Here, just search on apachefriend.org/download.html and select the suitable version for your machine for the XAMPP. XAMPP is a web. It provides a local server. We can install XAMPP on Windows, Linux, and also for Mac OS X4. First of all, we select a suitable version for your operating system. So I will be using Windows platform, so just click on download 32-bit because this is the only availability for XAMPP. If you are on Linux, also this is for Linux and this is for Mac OS. So I'm already download, and after downloading you can install it. Install XAMPP. After finish installing, just open the XAMPP here. Open the XAMPP control panel and start the service. So when we open in the XAMPP, we have the icon tray here, control panel. It's pop up. Just click on start. What we need here only Apache and MySQL only for our EMONCMS to run in a local server. So just click start. It will start the Apache and MySQL server. So now we will be downloading the source code of the web application. So here I'm going to the emoncms.org. We can scroll down. We here have many options here. We have the document about EMONCMS, and we have the GitHub repository, which is a link where developer download a source code there, and where developers share their source code for other developer to use. So we will download the whole code program, the source code of the website from GitHub repository by clicking here. So I'm on the GitHub here, emoncms/emoncms, which is the website. Here you can come back to this website anytime. Just check for the update. As for now, I'm recording this video. The latest update is about 6 days ago. It will show here, and down below it will show different document, the link and guides for installing and using EMONCMS, and also the link to forum, many things, but we will be talking about that later on. So for now, just click clone, download, and download as zip. So I've already downloaded, and this is my file I'm saving on my desktop. After downloading EMONCMS here, you just extract it here. Extract it in the folder. After extracting, you will have a folder name which is EMONCMS-master. So I just rename it to EMONCMS only. So just copy this file and go to directory where you install the XAMPP. So here I install XAMPP in my local C. So I go to XAMPP, and XAMPP allowed you to host website on the htdoc here. Copy the XAMPP and paste it here. Copy EMONCMS and paste it here on the htdoc. And for now, you open the EMONCMS. You have to configure something in order for a website to run. Now, before configuring EMONCMS, you open the browser. I want to show you something here, which is just to check if your XAMPP is run properly. Enter localhost here. It will show the localhost / dashboard here. So you can see the page is like this if your XAMPP is properly installed. Now go to my PHP my admin here. We create a new database for our web application, which is EMONCMS. So just click here and we see this panel, which is the PHP my admin here. We create new database by clicking on the new here. It will enter database name. So I'm creating my database for EMONCMS. So I just enter EMONCMS. This is my database name. But for this, which is the language, so if you select different language, this is the language for our database system. But for the English, you will choose collation and click create. Now you will have a new database here, which is EMONCMS. Now just close it. And now, in order for our web application EMONCMS running, we go to the folder where we have our XAMPP install, XAMPP, htdoc, EMONCMS, and we have to configure the right setting for our web application to run. So we will be looking for a file here, default.setting.php. This is the default setting of the EMONCMS. So if we will not change this name and configure, our web application is not running properly. So let's try to see if our web application is running properly. Go to localhost /ECMS. sorry, wrong typing. EMONCMS. Okay, here we have an error setting. Copy and modify the for.setting PHP. So it means we haven't modified right yet. So just click here and open with your favorite text editor. For this one I'm using a Notepad++. It will show up. And you have to for the number one here, MySQL database.setting. For the username, you can put any username, but I prefer here put root, which is the most common. And for the password, I just leave it blank here. Okay, for the port, this is the default communication port, which is 3306 port. After all this thing, we just click File, Save As setting.php. Here, setting.php. If you save different file name, the web application EMONCMS will not run properly. So just click Save. Now see, refresh our localhost EMONCMS. Refresh whether. Okay, it's working. This is our EMONCMS login page. We can configure many things here, like in engine setting, but you can read this and apply it for yourself, like the theme setting and the color and the web interface. Like this one, enable multi-user equal to 4, it disabled. So you can modify this one by yourself. I will not go further into detail about this. I will show you the necessary thing that will be need to modify this web application. So now click register. This is an example email test at test username test password test and click register. Okay, this is a blank web application. We have see everything here. There's nothing in this web application. Everything here is blank. So even this, we have only 2 input and fits only. So for now, how will we log data to our website, this website? First of all, we need to get the input here for receive a user. You see, this is a new and no input created. Input the main entry point for monitoring device. Configure your device to post value. You may want to follow the input API helper. So just click input API helper to get the API key here. Now, before moving to this point, I just want to jump out of a topic a little bit, which is going to our Arduino code for Ethernet shield that we have written here. So this is the Arduino code for Ethernet shield. So we try to configure this one. Include Ethernet.h. This is the library header for Ethernet, but in my comment here I just put use Wishnet IC for Ethernet shield, use Ethernet.h, but Wishnet is the W51 W500 or W5500 if you are using the Ethernet shield, but the module chip is W5500 and or W5100. You should use Ethernet.H, but for the ENC28J60 IC, use UIDP.Ethernet.H, UIP Ethernet.H library. So everything, the code here is still the same thing. The only change and different only the header here. So for SPI is the communication of Arduino, serial peripheral interface of Arduino, and Easy Transfer. Easy Transfer is the library for wire that we used to synchronize from Arduino Mega to Arduino Uno. Without the Easy Transfer, all of the Arduino in the system will not be synchronized. So here we just recall the Easy Transfer and Ethernet client. And for the byte server, by the way, this is a code for uploading data to the web application, but this code struct data. The struct is the data for storing all the synchronized data from the main Arduino Mega. So in our setup we use serial.begin. By the way, this is for our troubleshooting purpose only. And if you are using an Ethernet shield, you need to assign a unit MAC address in the network. Here, assign a unit MAC address. If you have the same MAC address with other device in the network, the Ethernet shield won't work correctly. So here, if Ethernet.begin means start the Ethernet and check with this MAC address, and here we just use serial.print router is connect. If not, then it will connect to the router, and delay 1000 seconds, we just 1000 millisecond, we just 1 second. This is give a time to Ethernet shield to load up, and easy.begin, it will start the Easy Transfer here. So take a look into the loop. Click the loop here, while et.receive if there is an incoming data from Arduino Mega, and then start connect to the website through port 80. Port 80 is the default port for the web application, which is EMONCMS. Now what I want to show you is how are we going to transmit data from our sensor to the web application. This is the key point. Just focus on this part only. So first of all, the web application provides many methods for transmitting our data here. We have the JSON format. The JSON format here. This is the JSON format for writing localhost here. If you are hosting our website in a localhost, but if you are hosting website in web hosting, you should enter the domain name here. Your domain name / EMONCMS, and here is the example. This is the CSV format, but what I want you to look now is this part only. To post data from a remote device, you need to include the request URL to write your right API key. So you need an API key here, but the API key is provided here. We have two API key: read only for read the data only, and read and write. What we will be using here is read and write the API key. So in the sample program here, this is the remote. This part only we will be focused, because in our Arduino code we will be using. Now let's compare how this code in Arduino is that I write here is match. So first, the method, if client.print mean we need to print the get to the web application here, and http://192.168.1. so this is our local host here, local host and 192. It means that I connect it to a router, and I assign my IP address to 192.168.1.2 from my PC. So you should be using a static IP address. By static IP address, I mean the IP address that does not change every time you connect to the network. It should be the static IP address. So if every time you connect to the network and your IP still different every time you connect, it means that you cannot use the web application, because from Arduino program we cannot change the IP address every time. So if we connect to the network every time and the IP address still changing, it means we still upload our Arduino code every time. So we need to assign the static IP address to our web hosting application. This is for local, but if you are hosting the website on a web hosting, just enter your domain name here. For example, if you are hosting www.google.com, just put google.com here, and everything here still the same. And here we follow by just copy everything. The power here, I replace the power with temp1, which is temperature 1 is the upstream temperature. So we have the quotation mark. This is here, just place everything here, just write and append here my data. This is the value, supposed to be the value of 100 here, and temp2 here, we just power here, and after that the value, and after that the name here. Now and the API key here, for the API key here, we just copy the API key here from the website here, read and write API key. After placing this is, you can the address of the website again. This change this line here in the program to match, which is this one. After that, this serial.println print line data is upload, just the indication that data is uploaded to the web successfully, or anything else. Stop and print the line web does not exist. This is the serial.print here we just use here for indicating if for troubleshooting only if the website is connected or if the network is connected. Now let's try uploading data to the web application. I have writing some in the file data writing here. Supposed to be now let's try to upload. So in plain text is just like this. We have a local host. If I'm running from a PC, because when I just copy all of this thing and paste it, of course I need to replace this API key here. Copy the API key. Replace everything here. Now in plain text, this is the plain text or plain URL that we are going to upload the data to the web application, that the one that we write in Arduino. But we just put the data manually because I click save. Okay, copy the whole link here and try to paste it. If it is correct, then you should receive a message. Now I've opened a new tab, paste, and wait for the web to respond. If it responds success dash true, it means that the data is uploaded successfully. Now let's check our website. Let's refresh it. Go to the input. Here we see some data. It's updated about 23 seconds a while ago. Now try with different value. Now let's see. Here we can see delta, dissolved oxygen, downstream, status of the gate, and temperature. Now let's edit it and put some description first. So just click on the edit here, description, just delta, click save. We need to create a login here. Sorry, not yet here, so just try to put some description. Dissolved oxygen, downstream temperature, status of the gate. Now here we are successfully logged in data to the web application. So for the next step, I will be showing you how to store the data based on the web application, which is using the feed. So in order to store data to our database application, first we need to create some folder to store our destination. So go to directory where we install our web application, which is some htdoc EMONCMS, and edit the setting here. Open the setting. Here. Now as we can see in line 55, we can here in line 55 we can see engine working folder. Default is var lib /php viva php fina and php time series. The note here on Windows or share hosting, you will likely to need specify a different data directory. Make sure that EMONCMS has right permission to the data directory folder. So this directory will not work if we are using our Windows or a XAMPP server. So we need to replace this directory with other. So I create a separate directory for storing our data here, which is on my drive E here. I create a new folder here, which is EMONCMS. After that, this is my old, just try to delete it. 3 folders, just too much. Fina, Viva, and PHP time series. Now, after creating this 3 directory, you should place the link here, copy the link, right click, copy the link here, Fina, and paste the link here. Next, Viva, copy the link and paste it here. PHP time series, copy the link and paste it here, and now click save. Now we need to create one more directory just for the logging and recording the logging if the data has been successfully in line 146 here. On Windows or share hosting, we will need to specify a different log file directory. Here I just change, so I put it in the same folder. I create a new file here, new text document, open it, .log. Sorry. After create a new blank text document, click File, Save As. Should be here, all file, and in .log you can name any name here and click Save. Here we will have, and the same time place it here, the log file here. Copy the directory, paste, /log. Now everything would be fine. Just click save and close. Now open our web application and try to refresh this page to re-upload the data manually again. Here we can lock our file already. So I just click the setting here. Here we have some instruction. This process will lock to a time series. Now for this one, lock to feeds here. We just create new and it will pop up here delta, and the engine here, you can use different engine here according to the description here, but for this one I will be using PHP time series variable interval no averaging. It means the web application will not compute for the averaging, but only it store and record the data when it upload from our Arduino. Here if we choose the other aside from PHP time series variable interval no averaging, it will there will be a pocket which is select the time that it will show the data in every 5 seconds, 15, 2 minutes, so on and so forth. So choose no averaging. It means it will record the data whenever the data is uploaded to our web application. Now it's done. Click save and close. Here we can, and we will do everything here, the rest up until the end. Downstream temperature, create new PHP no average 1 by 1. Save change, close. Next one. Close this one. Get status. Close. Upstream temp. Okay, now our data is successfully locked and stored in our web application. For the next step, we will be showing you how to configure and draw the dashboard for monitoring system. First, click on the setup and try to look at the feeds here. The feed here, we can see the description of the name here, which is delta, dissolved oxygen, downstream temperature, gate status, and update temperature. And the public is the key lock here. We should be click on display public, or you can keep on in private for your own. And data type, which is real time, and this is the size of data. It's not available because we have few data. Later on, when we have many data, it will show the size of data that it will store on the database of the web application system. And this is the update, and this is the value. So we try to upload different data here, because just by copying the link here. By the way, this is the manual input of data using for configure and setting up the web application only. For the real project, we will be using our Arduino Ethernet Shield, which is real-time uploading data to the web application within the program of Ethernet Shield that I've shown you a while ago. So just copy, click and paste, refresh. Here 0 byte 3 seconds a while ago, and the value here it will show, and the day is the active of the day, how many, and you can configure the unit here. For example, if the unit here is just click here and select the unit degree Celsius and click save. And with this also the eyes here, you can view the graph of this one. Here it will show the graph and many features here. And this is the download data individually. It will show the date and time that we can download, that we can select from the range at start and the end, it in Excel format, and after selecting the range of date and interval, it will show the estimating download size. You can click refresh feed size here to see a refresh. It's 9 byte. So now we will be showing you how to set up the dashboard. As we can see here, the submenu of the setup here, we have only input and feeds that we can use here. So let's configure the dashboard of the EMONCMS. So from our GitHub repository, we can scroll down here with the description. Here just see the module, which is different type of module, can install by downloading or git cloning into the EMONCMS folder. So I want to have a graph here. Just click on the graph and device, module, and dashboard, and config, and Wi-Fi. We have many more, but for now I just want to have a graph and dashboard module just to install. So here in the GitHub repository, we can have EMONCMS/graph. At the same time, we can click clone or download. Since I'm doing that already, I have downloaded, and this is my download file, graph, dashboard, extract it here. And rename the dashboard dashmaster to dashboard only. One more is the graph. Same time, we can download it here from the graph and from the dashboard here. Extract from the zip file. Graph, copy it, copy, go to the XAMPP directory, htdoc, XAMPP htdoc EMONCMS, go to module and paste it here. Paste it in the module folder. So for now, in order for the module to work well, you just click on Setup and Administration. After that, it will show up Administration here. Just click Update and check here for update our new module that we just installed. Here we can see update database. To do this change need to be applied. So this is the change in our database because we have copy a new, install a new module, apply change. If you don't do this, the dashboard and the graph module will not work for that. After that, database is up to date, nothing to do. You see here, before we have only input and fit, but after we copy the graph and dashboard, install it, it will pop up here. So now I can go to the graph here just for the graph, but for now we will be not talking about the graph. We will be talking about how to configure the dashboard. So no dashboard create. This is really a new thing. To start a new dashboard, we click create new. We can see here the ID of dashboard number 1, the same as the feeds and input. We just enter the name for our dashboard. For example, I just summary, give the name for it, summary alias, and just click save, publish. Now click on the view icon here. It's blank here. After creating a dashboard, we can see a pop-up summary and dashboard here. If you have multiple dashboard, we can add some multiple dashboard here. So there's nothing to show in the dashboard here. We have to click on the gear icon here for the configuration of the dashboard. It will show you the toolbox here. For now, just click on the sum. We have a lot of widget here, like the bar, battery. Now just click on the dial. Of course, you can try a lot of widget here, but for this one I just use the dial. So dial here and configure element. Fits is the name of the fit, delta, or you can select different, but now we will use the upstream temperature maximum value. You can enter this to scale so that the widget will be showing up like 50, and scale, you can enter the scale 1. You can scale the widget here. Okay, this is how to configure the element. And we have the offset, and this is the type, the color of dial. We have red, green, many more options available here. And the graduation, if you want to use the graduation, and unit position, put unit at the back of the widget or in front of the widget, and display min and max value, and min set default, delta, and times out also here. Save change. Okay, this is, after that click save. So here I want to display graph here. This is the configure the graph, but unfortunately we haven't saved any graph yet, so just save path from the graph module. So if you want to delete this widget, just click on the trash bin icon, and we have the real time here. Configure real time. This one I'm using just an example of the upstream graph, and this is the color here. You can select any color that you want, and the zoom, by default of the zoom, choose every 1 minute. So let's try to upload our data again, refresh on this page, and to see here, we can see the data has been uploaded. So now I delete everything here, just clean the dashboard. Let's try to set up everything. First of all, we will real-time graph. Just double click and first we choose the upstream temperature. Let's choose the color, let it be pink. Save. We can customize, and now for the text here, we just can use the heading center for the heading, and the title. Of course, this is if you know the HTML code, it would be better. I better use it. And click Save Change. You can drag. Now let's increase the size of the text by double click it again, and if you know the HTML tag, we can mark up this text by h1 slash h1. Okay. Move this a little bit down and put some more text. Heading center. Put this. Let's say upstream temperature. Let's draw widget, dial, double click, upstream temperature, max value, let's make it 50, scale is raised to 1 unit. You can put the unit here, see decimal, 2 decimal places, offset, no offset. Let's make this way. Okay, save change better. Can scale it. And one more downstream temperature. Choose the color. Dial. Okay, this is the how we can set up and configure the dashboard for the text here. If you know the HTML markup, you can mark up the text and with the HTML style here. For example, if I want to underline the text here, just open tag U for underline and close tag for the line. Save change. Okay, this text will underline, and we will put one more for the dissolved oxygen, because I don't have to do all of this thing because it repeats the same process. For the dissolved oxygen, double click to configure. Choose dissolved oxygen. Color might be green. Save change. And now I will use the LED here for dissolved oxygen. Of course, when I choose the LED here, it will display the circle here, but I just want to show the difference of the widget here and fits value. Let's try this one. Let's make it yellow. Okay, for the dissolved oxygen here, the circle here, let's say I want to make it change the color with respect to the range of the value. For the, let's say if the color here is if the value here is below 5 milligram per liter, we can change the dissolved oxygen color to red. After about 5 milligram per liter, we can change it to green. So we can do this by simple programming the widget here, reprogram the widget here. So before we going to that, I just want to add the unit of the dissolved oxygen here. Dissolve, just put appendix milligram space milligram per liter. That's the unit. Let's make this one bigger. So let's see if the range of the color of the dissolved oxygen. So this one, I focus the color of the dissolved oxygen here 2.6. So let input and try to see the widget of the widget here. If I upload the 2.6, the color will be blue. And let's try different just to see. If the dissolved oxygen is, let's say 18, we focus on the dissolved oxygen here, copy, and let's see what will it change. Black. So I don't want this type of color, so I just need to change the color of the circle here. If the value is below 5 milligram per liter, the color will be red, and above that it will be green. So we can do this by reprogram our website, our widget here. Let's go to our directory where we install XAMPP, htdoc, EMONCMS module, and dashboard widget. And the widget is the LED here. The LED here, this is a JavaScript language. We can reprogram this, and let's open it and see. Here we use the color code here for this JavaScript program. This is the so else if the value, if the delta, if the delta is equal to 0, then it will be show the red. But here, if the delta or the status within the range of greater than 0, from 0 to 1, then it will green. So we can change here. We can change the color here. We can change the value. This is the green code. So how do we get the color code here? You can use Photoshop to generate the color code, but if you don't know how to use the Photoshop, you can search for the Google Adobe color for color hexadecimal code. It will show, and it will generate the hexadecimal code of the color that you want. This is a cool application from Adobe. You can select the color with this is by drag and drop. And for example, if you want this kind of blue here, so it will show the blue here. This is the hex code of the color. You can copy. But for now, let's say if dissolved oxygen is equal to 0, I want it to be black. The color here would be black. So the black code of this is the black hexadecimal of the red is 0, 0, 0. Or you can put 3 only. 0 and then 1, 2, 3. And if let's say below 5 degree, greater than 0 but less than 5, red. So we generate the red color here. This kind of red, F. Copy. Paste. Red. Greater than or equal to 5 to let's say 7. Let's make it green. Can drag this to the green level here. Copy the color code. And make it green. Sorry, let's make it everything here in green only. Let's say if the color is greater than or equal to 5 with a range of green, and then okay, you can program this, but for now you can change all the color of this, even the range. But for this, for now, I just want to show you how you can change the widget here. I just leave everything here, but click on save and close. Now let's see if that's worked correctly. So let's try. Let's try less than. If the DO is less than 5, this one. let's see, DO is less than 5. This one it will change to red. But here the outside its color is green really big. Now let's fix it to black. Open. Fix everything. Just fix the radius of the circle. Module, dashboard, widget, LED. We can see from our website here, it shows the red properly, but the problem here, the outside here is really big green. So let's change it to different color. Let's change it to purple. But copy this code. Replace it. And this is, by the way, this is the radius of the outside radius, which is 0.9. You can change it to 0.1 or 0, which is no radius. Change it to 0.1 and save it, and let's refresh the web. Let's re-upload the delta. It's 2.6. Let's make this 1 point. Okay, we get it. So one more thing that I want to show, after setting we can use click on the eyes to preview, and of course you can try many widgets here on the setting, but I just want to show you how to properly set up the website. One